Hey, my name is Meredith, and today we're going to be talking about the art of tie-dyeing. This will be the intro to tie-dyeing. This is a normal kit that you can buy from Target or Walmart or Amazon.com. You can buy it maybe at a grocery store. These are super easy to come with. They already have included rubber bands. This is a whole color spectrum. The dye is in the bottle. And they usually come with instructions and gloves. This is the back of it. It doesn't matter what brand you use. They're super fun. We're going to do ours on 100% cotton towels. These are called flour sacks if you go to the store to buy them. Whatever we do on these towels in these series, you can apply the same general knowledge to doing it with a t-shirt. Your t-shirt, you know, you can't buy 100% t-shirts anymore, 100% cotton, but they work with most of your generic regular Hanes t-shirts or Fruit of Bloom t-shirts. You can also buy fabric by the bulk of cotton and tie-dye it and then turn around and make skirts and scarves and wraparounds. Today we're going to just be doing some random folds and adding color just to show you how the process works. This is one we're going to make today. As you can see, there's a lot of white in it, but that's normal for the folds because you're folding up so much stuff that you can't always guarantee that you have a good saturation. Then this is the other one we're going to make today. I'll show you how to fold it, how to rubber band it, how to wash it out. Then after it washes, I let it sit in vinegar and water. I do it all the way up to 50-50 mix of vinegar to water, and I'll let that sit for a good 30-45 minutes, and then I'll wash it on a delicate cycle, and at that point your tie-dye is ready to go. So we can do an accordion fold. I took it and I just folded it up on top of it. I'm going to take where it meets and I'm going to fold it under. And I'm going to lay it back down. I'm going to fold it back on top of each other, and then I'll fold it under. And it's okay if you're really OCD, you can always come in and make sure it's even. It's up to you. I'm going to then just come in and I'm going to freehand a swerve like a wave. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to come in on one side and just do a little happy Bob Ross, just circle on it. It doesn't really matter the pleats, but it's a good beginners on how the pleats work, and we'll need to know how to pleat for the next project. So as you can see, I'm not doing it straight, I'm just doing a wave. And I know it can kind of get a little hard right in here, but just hold it the best you can and just work on making pleats. The first one's always the hardest to get started when you're pleating. So we'll leave that there. We'll come back to the edges and we'll do another one. Let's do it on this side. Now that that one's done, we can come back to the first one. Flip it back and double it. Okay, we are ready to tie the random folds. You know, we folded them accordion and just random. This is yellow. This is like a fuchsia pink. This is a lighter pink, teal, and a green. So those are the colors we have today. And I think I'm just going to start with the lighter color first, and I'm just going to make a band here and here and this tip, and we'll work from there and see how it goes. So then I'm going to put a little light, and then a light color, and a light color here, and then the darker pink. Oh. Now when you have a spot, it's not the end of the world. It ends up coming back. I think I like these colors, so I'm just going to come back with the lighter pink, and I'm going to put it in between the yellow, where I have the yellow. Now you see where the pattern is, so now I have to just finish this out with the pattern I've already got. And we'll end up with a little red. And I'm going to flip this over, and I'm going to repeat the color pattern. So I have a little yellow there, and a little yellow here. Towel. On this time, we're going to come in and we're going to fold it in half. These towels are never exactly even, so don't spend a lot of time on it. But you're trying to get where the image is similar and it corresponds to how you fold it is where your lines are. So I took it in half, and now I'm going to fold it on a triangle on each side. Then there's the triangle. I'm going to pick it up, and then it makes 2 triangles, and then I come back and I'm going to fold it again. And all you're doing is you're folding it, so when you put color on this line and this line, as it unfolds, it'll all be in line with each other. So I folded what I do to one side, I'm going to do to the other. And then on this piece in the very middle, we're actually going to come in and just fold it inward. So now we have a whole bunch of just random folds. Now this is the fun part. You can kind of come in with a rubber band and do it slants, or you can kind of come in and make it more like a wave. It's your choice. It's, you know, every little bit that you change will be a different color. And that's the beauty of tie-dye, is part of it is you know what color scheme you're going, but everything's liable to change just because of where you put your twine or you put your rubber band and your lines of color. So I pulled one up, and I'm going to push one down, and we're just going to experiment with a similar of a S shape. When you put a rubber band on it, you're blocking and stopping the color. So sometimes you also have little fade lines where that rubber band was, and depending on how. Now I'm on this one, and I think I'm going to play in the yellow, the green, and the teal. So I think I'm just going to put a line down the middle. You saw the tricolor, so let's play around and get something different going on. So I like that. We'll see how it comes out looking. Just because it's straight now doesn't mean that it's going to be straight when we get done. But this time I think I'm going to swap up what I'm doing and changing the colors and making them off a little. So hopefully that will end up being good, and we'll not use the yellow right there. And all this is going to do is just give it a little bit of more dimension. I think I'm going to finish it out with the darker colors instead of the yellows. Now, when you get done with them, you need to go ahead and, I have a rag that I use whenever I'm tie-dyeing, so it just ends up looking all kinds of ways. I get one of the grocery bags or whatever that we've got laying around, and I take it and I put it in a bag, and we're going to bag them up and let them sit for 6 to 12 hours. Sometimes it can sit longer. It can sit till it dries out, but you don't want it to mold. And then I come back with my towel and I just add a little color to it. So I'll do this, and I'll leave this outside for as long as it takes to dry out, and then we'll come back and wash it and rinse out the color, show you what it looks like, and tell you how. Alright, we are ready to wash out our tie-dye. So we had them in a bag, and we're going to unbag them. I'm going to turn the water on a little bit. You don't want full force, and you don't want to put it in direct. This is what it looks like after it's sat. The colors are all ran. As you can see, we're in the kitchen, but I'm basically going to wash out the color, the excess color. We'll start with the loose color that we get out of the tie-dye before we bother taking the rubber bands off. We need to be careful not to squeeze this so much, just because as we're squeezing like that, you're liable to pull your color. So we're just gonna have it sitting out, and we'll rinse out the color. That's looking pretty good. I'm gonna take the rubber band off. And we'll rinse that, and we'll save it for a later project. Now we'll start to spread this apart. I had folded this one off camera, but I'm going to let it unfold. This is an accordion fold to the length of the towel. And then I've just folded it. Let's go to the other end. I folded it in half, and then half again, followed by an accordion fold. And the colors out of that one, I'll go ahead and do the reveal, and we'll see how it goes. That gives you an idea on what it looks like, and I'll show you the finished process. At this point, we're going to take it and put it in some water and distilled vinegar. You can go up to half and half, but I find that a cup or so of the vinegar with water works just fine. Again, I'm washing it out with about cold to room temperature water. At this point, with the vinegar and the water, we're going to set the color and help it, and then I'll wash it. You can, if the color's hard to wash out, or if you use really strong colors, then you may have to run hot water, because I let my tie-dye sit for a long time. The color comes out pretty good, fairly easy. Let's start with this one. We folded this on camera, and This is just going to be greens and yellows. So again, I'm going to put the water on not real high pressure because I don't want to pull the color. I'm just trying to rinse the excess color out. As you can see, there's a lot of color coming off of it. We'll run the color out as much as possible, and then we'll unband it and then pull some more color out of it. I'm loosening it up and just kind of wiggling it around, trying to get it to go ahead and pull some of the excess color out before we unband it and the colors run. This is in the same family, so the colors aren't necessarily a problem, but later on when we get into some of the browns, you'll see, or some of the colors that equal brown, you'll see it. Let's go ahead and finish unfolding it so you can see what this one's going to look like. I'll show you the finished product here shortly after we get it soaked and washed. This is the other one that we did on camera. It's just a random fold. I'll now show you how to rinse this one out the same way we've rinsed all the other ones out. And I'll unfold it and kind of give you a glimpse, and we'll go back and look at them after they're all done. These were just the random fold patterns so you understand how everything kind of looks like a snowflake. What you do to how you fold it is how you get your design on it. Also, if you're enjoying this and you like what you see, hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. We do a lot of random different aspects of homestead and everyday life, so it's liable to be different every week. This one reminds me of a sunrise. That's that one finished. Now I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it in that vinegar and water solution. We're going to let them set for approximately 30 minutes, and then you go and put them in a washing machine and wash it on a gentle cycle like normal, and then you can dry it, and at that point your color's been set by the vinegar and will continue to wash out through the first wash it, and then after that it should be good and able to wash it like normal with all your other clothes. Thank you for watching. Hey guys, we're back, and this is the reveal of the crazy folds. This is how this one came out. It was accordion fold. If you've this is the other crazy fold that we had going on. This is the reveal event. Thank you for watching. If you like it, please hit the like button or subscribe, comment, and stay tuned to further videos.